welcome everybody to another great episode of Real Life Matters. And of course, I am your host, DBoss. And you could watch me Monday to Friday, weeknights from 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you could see me on Care Vision. We're in 28 different countries, including London, UK, and all through the cable channels in the USA. And in Canada, you can watch on Bell 5 channel 658, and you were able to see me there. But anyways, I have a real special guest for you coming up, but I'm going to bring her on right after our message from Joanne James, Vital Steps to Vital Health. In this moment.
Welcome to your Vital Steps to Better Health and Fitness. I'm Joanne James. Today we're going to talk about hydration, especially when you're exercising. Now, when we exercise, we will actually lose water through sweating through the tops of our heads and our skin. And it's important to replace that water. 60% of our body is made of water. So when you're working out, make sure that before you start the program, you've had liquid or some form of water an hour before your workout, then sip throughout your workout, and once you finish that workout, you're going to make sure that you have more water. This is a way to replenish the body so that one, you don't feel dizzy or feel nauseous or feel as though you're going to pass out because you're dehydrated. So it's very important to make sure that you consume water throughout your workout. Drink water, you'll feel better, and you'll get the best workout. I'm Joanne James, and this has been your Vital Steps to Better Health and Fitness. See you later.
Thank you, Joanne James, for that health tip. Drink your water, people. Doesn't matter. We're up here up north. It's getting cooler, and people might not feel more reluctant not to drink, but still make sure you hydrate. All right. So anyways, my next guest is coming on. She is a dance artist, and she's putting together, and she's the producer of this Dance Together Festival 2023. And it's happening at different places, and she's going to tell us all about it. And because she's been in the industry, we're going to find out what's happening, what she's doing, and everything else. So with no further ado, I introduce to you Katya Kuznetsova.
Hi, that was excellent pronunciation of my last name. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I actually want to say, thank you for having me on the show. And what a small world. I actually worked with Joanne at one point a few years back with Vital Steps. They were running a program for Toronto Center for the Blind. And so we did a dance program. I did a partner dance workshop for a group that they had there for folks with visual impairments. It was one of the best teaching experiences, because I had to be very poetic with how I describe movement.
Wow.
It was incredible. Unfortunately, I don't think it's running anymore, but just to tie it back to...
It's great. She does a lot of stuff. I started working out, and, and she tells everybody to work out, which I do every day. You have to make an appointment with yourself, or else you won't do it. And you have to do it just like how you go to work, and that's how you go to. I make an appointment. It took a little bit of people to adjust to the schedule a little bit, but eventually they leave me alone.
Yeah, it's self-care. It's so important.
And it's very important. And, and then she also tells you, it's good to go into her place there to have a consultation and know what exercises you can do, because not every exercise is for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you know.
Anyways, in this context of small world, dance is a small world, but it's also very diverse. And that's one of the focuses of our festival. The idea is that we run the festival to bring the neighborhood together, and we bring together a lot of diverse artists and lots of different dance styles, with the purpose that it's open to the community, it's free, and it's all ages, and it's usually outdoors. Now that it's outdoors, in Mimico, which is where we were originally, and that's how the idea for the festival to be outdoors started because I lived in Mimico. I was a single mom, and I would walk my daughter to school every morning, and I would walk by this space in the park, Amos Waits Park. And it was a great space and a beautiful park, but it was just cement. It was just this gray area of cement, and people usually would avoid it. They would just kind of walk around it. And so, me being a dancer, and I'm always interested in dance in public space, and I want to see more people dancing together, not in closed studios, but also outdoors, and
It's
as a
good.
way.
You always see the dancers inside, so it's good to be outside, because you like,
Yeah.
people like that. There's so many festivals and stuff. Everybody likes to be outside dancing.
Yeah. And it's a great way to meet people in the neighborhood. It's a great way to learn about, different cultures. It's a great way to make connections and just to think about the space differently too, right? I've met so many people just by bringing lots of different artists together and lots of community members together. So this weekend, we are in York region because it's a community dance festival. And we are expanding into York region and really trying to kind of bring community dance floors to lots of different areas in Ontario. So this weekend is going to be really exciting because we're going to be outdoors and indoors at Assembly Park, which is next to IKEA in Vaughan. That's how a lot of people kind of know where it is, next to IKEA. So you can do your shopping and then, take some free community dance workshops. But we also going to use the space inside. We're going to do like a dance takeover. We'll have like a full day of open rehearsal, so community members can come and watch rehearsals with various contemporary dance artists. Then we have open lab sessions for crump and popping, so for street dance, and we're collaborating with a few different companies. We have Afro-Caribbean workshop on Friday night with Kevin Ormsby of Kasha Dance, because he's one of the Culture Days artists in residence. And then on Sunday, we have 4 different dance workshops. There's hip hop, there is swing 101. I teach a partner dance class that's really fun. And, I always say, if you're afraid of dancing with a partner, this is a class for you, because I make it so easy and so fun that people just start dancing. Yeah. And then also we have Afro-Cuban class. Oh, say it again. You cut out. I couldn't hear.
No, sorry. Katya, we're going to take it back a little bit. What's your background and where do you come from? We like to know here at Real Life Matters.
Oh, yes. So my background is I was born in a small town in the Russian Far East during, it was still Soviet Union. So this was a while ago. And then after the Soviet Union fell apart, I moved to Alaska because it was sister city. I know. It was sister city with my hometown. So it was actually closer to my hometown than Moscow. Like the flight was 4 hours, right? Because it's a big country. So the flight was 4 hours. And once the Soviet Union fell apart, there were so many, cultural exchange programs and education exchange programs. And I was a part of a dance company since I was a kid. So we went.
Yes, that's why I wanted to ask, like, how did you get into dancing and what type of dancing do you do? Because when I seen the picture with the ballerina and you had that, I said, wow, well, this is going to be good. This is, woo, I'm talking to somebody.
Well, not, I studied ballet as part of our program, but I was one of those, like kid ballroom dance people. Yeah. So because it was big in the Soviet Union, it was like figure skating and ballet, of course, but then also ballroom dancing. And it was very really focused, quite competitive. But then when I moved to Alaska, it was a really different dance culture. And I started just studying other forms, music-based jazz, African dance, contemporary dance.
Did anybody in your family dance, or is it you? Just you?
It's just me. I was one of those kids who said, I'm not going to play piano because I can't sit still. And so I really needed to dance. but like with all of the training and everything, what I remember the most is how it was focused on community. I mean, we grew up together, we traveled
Wow.
together, our parents would get together and like sew our costumes. So to me,
Wow.
that's the real value of dance, right? How it brings people together. Like I'm still friends with all of my childhood friends from dance.
Wow.
And then at the university, I went there to study business originally because all kids from Soviet Union went to United States to study business.
Oh,
And then I did
is that
that.
the thing? Or
Yeah, and I did that for a while. But then, of course, I had to find dance there. And so I found there was a wonderful program of theater and dance and music, and we worked really collaboratively. So I got to do a lot with studying contemporary dance there. And then,
wow. So this
yeah,
is
there
your
was,
life. So dancing is your life. This is what
oh,
you do.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. People,
And
you're seeing a real dancer here. She's been doing it from birth. You can say.
yeah.
Wow. So when you do these workshops and stuff, so do you teach dance every day when the show's not going on, or do you do other stuff, or what do you do?
I taught within a university dance department for a long time, but then I've opened my own teaching practice because I really love to bring dance to sort of groups that don't necessarily have access to dance. So I
Oh,
facilitate a lot of programs for seniors. So I go to a lot of
seniors
retirement.
too? Wow.
Yeah, I go to a lot of retirement communities, and I've developed my own program where I do a lot of seated dance for seniors. I love it. It's wonderful. And then I teach a lot of couples who want to learn to dance for their wedding. I love doing that because they all come
Oh,
really
I never
scared.
thought about that. I forgot that because when you get married and stuff, some people don't know how to do those dances. So I'm like, here you are, hire Katya.
Yeah, yeah, and I make it really fun. And again, it's open to everyone. I also love it when people bring their parents because sometimes they want to dance with their parent for their wedding day. So
I never thought
that's
about that,
wonderful.
but you see, when you're not in that area, then you don't think of those things.
That's right. But it's also cultural, right? Because for example, in other cultures, dance is part of everyday life. It's part of every family party.
Yes.
Or in Europe, for example, there's a real culture of dancing outdoors together, right? It's just
Oh,
more visible. Dance is much more visible in public space. So I really am quite devoted to creating those opportunities for people to come and dance
well,
outdoors.
well, that will be a good thing because a lot of people, they're nervous. They got to dance your wedding or your anniversary or what you're celebrating, and you're gonna dance in front of everybody's like, whoa! It's okay if you're dancing. You just, you know what I mean. But when you want to do that ballroom effect or that stuff, I
It's
guess
so
that's what.
scary. You should see the looks on people's faces when they come. It's terrifying, because it's even though it's not a formal performance, people are watching, so it becomes you're
And
sharing this really.
videotaping it. Forget
I
that part.
know. And it's a vulnerable moment, which is right, but it also makes it very beautiful because you're sharing something you're being vulnerable and sharing that with other folks. The good news is that they're not like dance judges or anything. So as long as you are connected, you're dancing together and enjoying it, you're having fun, and people who are watching you having fun, which is the whole point of dancing together, right? It's about connection and having fun.
So what about like, have you been approached from movies? Because when you see them dancing those older styles and stuff, of course everybody doesn't know how to dance like that.
I
Like
you know I did
a
I did
ball, and we're doing this.
I know. It's I love. You should you should see when I start teaching waltz with my seniors, they all wake up, they light up, this is the music that they really love to listen to, swing and like big band and obviously waltz. But then I did collaborate a few times, more on like independent film side.
Yes.
And I remember we did this beautiful waltz for an opening of a film, and they wanted specifically Viennese waltz. So it was a fantastic experience. Any chance I get to get people to dance and waltz, especially outside of a ballroom, I am in.
All right. So who's your dance partner when you showing the dances?
Oh, well, when I teach, I usually just, I've been doing this for such a long time that I've learned all parts, and I usually just engage the people that come and I dance with the people that come. Sometimes, though, my wonderful husband comes to help. Sometimes it's sometimes it's my stepson who comes. Yeah. So, but it can be anybody. It doesn't.
Okay. It's not that's limited to. So, no, because sometimes when you're showing somebody, you want to show how the man is supposed to move and the woman's supposed to, so like you're standing up there, the man's like, okay, that's not my part.
Right. But it's also in a way you describe it, right? Because dance can be so poetic. So as long as I make it make sense, and obviously I can show both sides. But
yes.
Going back to that experience of teaching people with visual impairments, that's why it was so beautiful, right? Because a lot of people are much more connected to their bodies because they don't rely on their vision. So they have this really vivid experience of movement. Right. Mm-hmm. The more deeply and more detailed description I provided, the more they could move their bodies, even though they couldn't see necessarily.
All right. So what's your ultimate, like, would something that you haven't done with your talent that you would want to do?
Oh, so many things. On the producing side, I really have this vision of just bringing more dance floors to different neighborhoods and communities because it's such a beautiful experience. So that's definitely something that I want to keep doing. And then, I can always, now that I'm a little bit older myself, I don't dance every day as I used to. So I would love to.
You must.
I know. I would love to create more opportunities. Perhaps have a group of people who have danced before, but then maybe they had a family and then they stepped away from it. But then to have a collective of people who are interested in creating something together and have community evenings where that piece or that creation is shared. But I'm really focused on bringing people together through dance. So that's any idea within that realm is exciting for me. Yeah.
Oh, well, you never know. Things happen here. That's why I always ask people.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna watch the trailer, the little bit of the snippet of of this dance and all the stuff and the wonderful things that's going to be happening, and then we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
All right. Wow.
I know. I was dancing to
You
it
see,
still.
everybody was getting. I love dancing, so I used to do the dancing where they they you got to get down and then you do that split. You jump and you do the splits and then you come
You do
back down.
that?
Move. I used to do that. Like
Wow.
you can jump up and you do that leap and then you come back and then you move. So
Whoa.
these guys were from Chicago
I want
and
to see you do
they
that. That sounds
yeah,
amazing.
it was when you came out of that hour and a half, you were just like, we're done. But it was good. It's a good group. And then they say when you're taller, I'm tall, it's harder because they want you to get down.
Yeah, because down is easy, up is not easy.
No, but they also, but the people are shorter, they're okay. Oh, and then that's where you're like, okay, oh, we gotta go down, down.
Wow.
And then sometimes you would want to cheat, and then you can't. You're just like, okay. And they always be watching you. We're watching you. Go down, down. You gotta go down. But it was okay. But this is a fabulous thing. I've seen all different types of dance styles, and that, and it looks like everybody was having a blast over there. Make me feel like I want to jump up and go.
Yeah, please come. I mean, that's what it's for. And I want to say that it's such a collaborative festival on the production side, because it would be really hard to do, it wouldn't be as fun. And the whole point is to build these partnerships in the communities and really get to learn about the community and what people are interested in there, and to get to work with different artists, because Toronto has so many different dance artists.
Yes.
So yeah, so we started as part of Arts in the Parks program, which is an amazing program that brings arts to the different parks that are outside of the city core, so that art can be more accessible to different communities. And it's been an amazing help, because then we can pay all the artists and
Wow.
keep it going. Yeah, otherwise it's really hard to do. Yeah.
All right. So, are there any shout outs that you want to give to people, Katya?
Ooh, shout outs to, for this upcoming festival that we have this weekend. I'm really excited. I want to say thank you to Assembly Park, who have given us this space. Space is really hard to come by for artists. And to all the different collaborators that I'm working with, Kasha Dance and Dance Immersion. They're amazing organizations that are supporting artists in Toronto. And also my co-producer, my friend Kate Nankerez, who was we've been working on this festival together for a long time, and it's and just want to send her love.
Okay. All right. Now, people want to follow you on social media and stuff like that. Can you quickly give your social media so that people can know?
Yeah, it's Dance Together Festival and Dance Together Project. All one word. A little bit long, but pretty easy.
Yes, but it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys go out, support. It's free.
Yeah, and bring your friends. It's all ages, and it's all about accessibility. So if you have mobility issues, you can come with your walker. You can come on the wheelchair. You're welcome to come and participate. You can participate sitting. Don't say you can't dance, because I work with so many different people. Anybody can dance. You can even dance with your head.
Bring your dancing shoes.
That's right.
Or your dancing clothes and your dancing hat, if you got, which makes you. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, Katya. Next year you got to come back, or let us know how this thing is going, so people can participate. Come on, everybody. It's outside. So
yes. And when it's cold, we do have a place inside, especially this year, because we have a space inside as well. So if it's raining, we'll be inside. If it's nice and sunny, we will be outside.
Rain or shine, show up. They'll have.
That's right.
They got you covered. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do want to thank you, Katya, for coming on and telling us all about this wonderful organization and also telling us about your journey and what you did. And, she is a professional dancer and she's a producer. So please, people reach out. If you're getting married, you need to know how to dance for that first dance or first couple.
Any song. It can be any
Any
song.
song. It
Any
doesn't
song.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Well, she'll make it work.
For
All right. So,
sure.
so I do want to thank the viewers tonight for tuning in to Real Life Matters. So good night and bye for now.
Good night. Thank you so much.